Yeah, hi. Welcome to Civils Online, your affordable personal coach. This is part of Civils Exam Current Affairs series, and this is your daily dose of current affairs. And this is for the date Monday, 15th February 2016. So, reading a complete Hindu newspaper can be hectic and time consuming. So, here we provide the excerpts of today's important news items that are relevant to civil service preparation and in the format needed for it. A topic of interest is given, which is discussed in detail with case in point and important terms to give you exactly what you need to focus upon. So today's topic of interest is civil war and possible peace in Syria. Major powers reached an agreement in Munich. An agreement was reached by major powers including USA and Russia to work towards a cessation of hostilities in Syria within a week, paving way for constructive step to find a political solution to the country's civil war. The Syria's civilian crisis and war is in news recently. Let's go through what this issue is about. So, what is the case in point behind this? So, the actual news says there is a possibility that the peace can be achieved in Syria, and major powers which are involved in these conflicts actually reached an agreement in a German city called Munich. So, what is the case in point behind it? So, what is the background? So, Syria is an ethnically and religiously diverse country with oil fields as its major economic source. Syria is in West Asia, and Ba'ath Party has been maintaining its political power since many decades in Syria. The ongoing Syrian civil war was inspired by the Arab Spring revolutions. The Arab Spring revolution started in 2011, and then in Syria, it's as a chain of peaceful protests followed by a crackdown by the Syrian army. In July 2012, army defectors declared the formation of Free Syrian Army and began forming fighting units to bring Ba'ath Party out of power. So the opposition is dominated by Sunni Muslims, whereas the leading government figures are Alawites. So, and this civilian war actually became one of the largest refugee crises in the recent times. So, different sources like UNO and other newspapers and research institutes say that more than 1 lakh people were killed till June 2013, including thousands of children. To escape the violence, millions of Syrian refugees have fled to neighboring countries of Jordan, Iraq, Lebanon, and Turkey, and many lakhs of Syrian Christians have fled their homes. As the civil war has dragged on, there has been worries that the country could become fragmented and cease to function as a state. So, for the years, uh, the world looked away when Syria was transformed into a geopolitical battlefield where several countries were involved. Actually, it's not that Syria, the issue is isolated, but many of the major powers and different neighbors of Syria are involved in this conflict. They are either directly involved or through their proxies. They are here just to maximize their interests. So Russia is directly backing the regime of President Bashar al-Assad, and while US and its allies, Saudi Arabia and Turkey, support anti-regime rebels. The positive development of an agreement at Munich, Germany is that both Russia and USA have strongly come out for a cessation of hostilities. So this is about the civil war in Syria, which led to a refugee crisis throughout the world and its neighboring countries. So many countries like world powers are involved in this conflict. They are just carrying forward their own interests instead of looking at the humanitarian perspective of this conflict. So now we will see what are the important terms in this news item. So what is Ba'ath Party? So it's a political party founded in Syria, and its ideology is Ba'athism, which calls for unification of Arab world into a single state. So Syria is just part of the Arab world, so many other countries consist in this Arab world, and this party want to unite the entire Arab world beyond the present existing political boundaries of different Arab countries. So its motto is unity, liberty, and socialism, refers to Arab unity and freedom from non-Arab control and interference. What is Arab Spring? This was very important current affairs topic recently in international relations. It refers to democratic uprisings in the Arab world that arose independently and spread across these countries in 2011. The movement was actually originated in Tunisia in December 2010 and quickly took hold in Egypt, Libya, Syria, Yemen, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan. Sunni Muslims. So, what is Sunni Islam and what are who are Sunni Muslims? Islam has several sects or branches, of which the largest denomination is a Sunni interpretation. So, it is based on the belief that the Prophet Muhammad died without appointing a successor to lead the Muslim community. So, who are Alawites? These are also known as Alawis. It's an Islamic sect centered in Syria who follow a branch of 12er school of Shia Islam but with syncretistic elements. Alawites revere Ali, and the name Alawi means the followers of Ali. Refugee. A refugee is a person who is out of their country of citizenship because they have well-founded grounds for fear of persecution in their country. It could be because of the race, religion, nationality, membership of a particular social group, or political opinion. And they actually, applied for asylum in a different country. So in that country, they will be called as asylum seekers, and they will be assigned a refugee status by the contracting state when they formally make a claim for sanctuary or right of asylum. So these are the important words. This is about the today's topic of interest: Syrian war and possible peace agreement in Munich, Germany. Let's hope that peace will prevail in Syria just to stop the humanitarian crisis that is going on now. Uh, let's look at other important news items for today. Finance Minister hints at cutting equity in banks, a series of reforms as well. NIA to hand over photos of Pathankot attackers to Pakistan. India continues to pressurize Pakistan in these terror case investigations. Centre has finalized a plan to institute a three-tier rehabilitation funding scheme for rescued bonded laborers. India's own version of LIGO project called Indigo, but delays block the progress of this project, which is stalling for many years. Lashkar-e-Taiba wing backed JNU protest, says Home Minister Rajnath Singh, and opposition criticizes action on students as states overreach in campuses. A fire engulfed in Make in India event in Mumbai. Kerala Assembly to pay special homage to poet O.N.V. Kurup, who passed away. The temple entry issue is going on throughout the country in different religious temples. Here, there is one case before the Supreme Court special bench where the students group who are part of Happy to Bleed campaign ask Supreme Court bench saying that why is menstruation a religious taboo? The Supreme Court special bench is hearing the case on the Sabarimala temple entry. Auto exports declined 19% in January. So these are the important national items. Coming to the international sphere, the important news items for today are: Indian may become USA Apex Court judge. USA president elections campaign continues in full swing. A 5.7 magnitude earthquake in New Zealand. Iran exports first oil shipment to Europe after sanctions lifting. Brazil enlists army in campaign against Zika virus. Saudi-led strike in Yemen kills two persons. 11,000 Afghan civilians died in 2015 as per a news report. So this is about today's news items. So you can also attend free online Civils Foundation course February 2016 batch. The classes are completely online. The class timings are from Monday to Friday, evenings 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can log on to www.civilsonline2016.blogspot.in to get the login information and other course related information. You can also contact us at below contact details for any queries, feedback, and information. And also, please subscribe to the Civils Online YouTube channel for civils preparation videos and current affairs videos. Thank you. This is Civils Online.